Hello everyone, and welcome to my corner of the internet. After doing Inktober this year, I was really ready for some color, so I decided to do Huevember again. And just a quick disclaimer before I get started, I'm definitely not an expert on color terminology. I do have vague ideas about what tints, shades, values, hues, and colors are, and I'll try to use them correctly, but there are no guarantees. What I did last year and what I was tempted to do again was to draw my characters in their theme colors, but I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone, so I made these popsicle sticks with my characters' names on them, and I drew sticks for each color. I started off with yellow, and I drew Anya's name. My first thought was to draw a scene in a forest at sunrise, since the light coming through the trees is typically sort of yellow, but then I started experimenting with different tints and shades of this yellow. Someone can correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you're allowed to use any value of whichever hue you've chosen. And in my limited knowledge of color theory, that means that I can use anything that's in the square in the top left corner, as long as I don't change the hue in the ring around the square. I realized that I could get it to look almost like a green-brown color, so I drew this scene. I actually really like how it came out. It makes me think of a sepia tone photograph. Next was red, and I pulled Samat's name. I knew that this one was going to be pretty easy because I'm very used to using red hues for my character's skin tone, so this almost felt like it was cheating. Samat herself looks basically the same, and so does Pebbles, since, as far as I know, there are no rules against using a very desaturated color. The only real challenge I had with this one was figuring out how to make the characters stand out, because I felt like they were sort of blending into the background a little bit. You can also see that I traced over a reconstructed 18th Dynasty tile pattern that I found on the Met website. For pink, I actually pulled Merez, but somehow I misread it and ended up drawing Marit, who is a completely different character. So the moral of the story is, avoid giving your characters very similar names, because not only will your audience, or your viewer, or your reader not be able to tell the difference, you might not be able to either. But I'm not really too upset about it, because I like how this came out. I wanted to draw the sun rising or setting, which of course sometimes makes the sky look pink. The only sort of silly thing about this drawing is the way I drew the papyrus. Yes, they look like some kind of alien flowers. I know. I was super excited to see that I pulled Norman, an SS Rogerium character, for purple. Purple is the color of Celestium, one of the nonsense made-up elements that I invented, because in that story, it's my universe, and I get to make the rules. I could have drawn a scene from the story, but I decided that it would be a lot more fun to draw a cave. Thank you so much to Unsplash for the reference photos. I haven't really spent too much time drawing bats yet, but after looking at a lot of reference photos of them, I realized that they're actually really cute. If you don't believe me, look up baby fruit bat. Trust me, you will not regret it. For blue, I pulled another SS Rogerium character. This time, it was Cal. This is where the challenge really got challenging, because you can't really make blue into a warm, neutral color that's anything close to what you need for skin tones, or in this case, fleece tones. I also struggled a little bit with the textures here, but he looks cute, so I'll consider this a success. My next color was teal, which, yes, is its own color. It's different from blue. And I pulled Elizabeth's name. I know that I technically have 2 blue hues and no orange, but I love blue, even if it is a little more challenging than the warmer colors. I decided to draw Elizabeth driving, again, just to get out of my comfort zone, because I don't draw cars very much. I don't really like the way they look, they don't appeal to me visually, and they're really hard for me to draw for some reason. Probably because I don't practice drawing them very much. Still, I kind of like this drawing. According to my family, she looks like she's in a car wash, a storm, or a nuclear winter. The final color was green, and as luck would have it, I pulled Roger, which was absolutely perfect since he is very green. I tried to think of a scene to draw him in, but nothing seemed right, so here you go. It's Roger. Just Roger. That concludes my Huevember attempts for the year. At some point, I might work my way up to doing a month-long challenge, but for now, I'm pretty happy with my results. I'll link the prompt list. I don't know if you can even call it a prompt list, but the Huevember list thing that I use down below. Even though November is almost over, this challenge would definitely be fun to try at any time of the year. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.